Welcome back to the In My Element podcast, the only podcast that happens inside of a Honda Element. Today we have a very, very, very special guest. We have Miguel from Element Lifestyle on YouTube, and we're actually in his Honda Element, which is super exciting, and security's rolling up on us, so let's see if they do anything and kick us out, or they're just gonna let us chill. All right. They're just letting us chill.
That's good.
That is good. So it looks like we're not disrupting anybody. We're actually in Crystal Cove right now. The beach is right behind us, but we're here hiding in the shade because it's kind of a hot day. Anyway, so Miguel, you have a YouTube channel.
Yes, I do, Steven. By the way, thank you for the invitation.
Of course.
And my YouTube channel is Element Lifestyle.
And obviously, you talk about Honda Elements on your lifestyle, but you have a special twist in that fact that you're a mechanic.
Yes, so my channel is mostly for fixing or modifying Honda Elements. I also have some content about hiking, and I'm thinking to add some other content that is not related to cars. That's why it's called like Element Lifestyle. It's about my lifestyles. I do fix cars for living, so that's my channel about basically.
Yeah, so you weren't born in America, right?
That's right.
Where were you born?
I am from Lima, Peru, and I came here when I was 17 years old.
And how did growing up in Peru affect you, and how did that growing up in Lima, Peru make you the person that you are today?
I think it teach me a lot of values in general. I come from a really poor neighborhood in Peru, so it was a little bit tough for me. But I think all those success that I have to live when I was like a child, it helps me a lot to think things better when I was living here in America. So
yeah, I would say you're really successful. You have a very successful mechanic business. You have a very successful YouTube channel. You get a lot of business from that YouTube channel, and honestly, I look up to you, and I think it's awesome what you do with your vehicle and the attention to detail that you do and everything. It really shows through with the person that you are. So, yeah, man, awesome work.
Thank you so much for those words, Steven.
Totally.
I didn't really think about being successful. I just do what I like, and I do it with my heart, and then I think everything else it just comes,
Yeah, totally. So, how did you end up just getting a Honda Element in the first place?
Got it. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
So I got my Honda Element by accident. So I was currently shopping for a van. I was looking for a Ford Transit. I know Ford and Honda totally different, but I worked at the Honda dealer at the Ford dealer for a few years. So I really like Ford vehicles. I currently own also a Ford Transit. So I was looking for one, and then prices for all vehicles got expensive during COVID.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I found an advertisement in Craigslist that somebody was selling a Honda Element. It was broken, didn't drive good, and they advertised it like a mechanic special. So the guy, he really wanted to sell it to a mechanic. And I went, check it out. It was a super affordable price, $2,500 to be exact, and a wheel drive 2005 Honda Element. I got it. I started working on it like the first week. I investing a little bit of money to fix it, and I got in love with the Honda Element. I didn't know it was going to be a good vehicle, and I was going to do a channel out of it. I didn't expect all that. It's just it was by accident, Sometimes things happen like that just by accident, and it can become something really good.
Yeah. So right now your YouTube channel, you have 4,000 something subscribers. What drove you to make that very first video? What was it that you're you know what? I want to share this.
Got it. So I like to record and take a lot of pictures because I'm always traveling. And I remember posting maybe 2 or 3 videos 5 years ago, 6 years ago, just for fun. So I always have this in me. I love to make videos or take pictures. I'm not good at it. And then suddenly, during COVID, I think a lot of people were looking for projects to do or stuff like that. I'm gonna search about this car. And when I search about this car, I found that a lot of people are following this car.
Sure.
So I'm okay, I'm gonna try with a video. I posted a video. It did maybe 100 views, and I was oh, cool. compared to my other videos that it had like 10 views.
Right.
And I did the second video. I bought a better camera, and then suddenly every month just passed by, and I just see people subscribing, commenting, and I think that was like the fuel that I needed for just creating more videos, you know. So that's how I started. Just I think people, the subscribers, that's what they make all this channel possible.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, it's like the fuel that I need just to keep making it more than I just want to make it for my own. Yeah.
Right. So the feedback that you received was really positive from the subscribers. You're like, okay, there's something here. I'm going to keep posting videos. And obviously, you have a lot of knowledge to share because you're a mechanic. And there's such a following for this vehicle in particular. So you have a really unique skill set that you're able to share with the world.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're my first guest on this podcast who does not live in their vehicle.
Yes.
Everyone who we've interviewed has lived in their Honda Element or in a van or in cars, all that sort of stuff. So have you ever thought about trying van life, or is it not for you?
Got it. Well, I did live in my vehicle when I was living in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Specifically in Fort Lauderdale. I live in my Ford Windstar. I think it was like a 98 or something, pretty old van. I'm talking about like many years ago. I will say like 9-10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I really love living in my van at that time. I did it mostly because I was not financially really good.
Sure.
And mostly that not being financially good, I just wanted to get rid of some debts. And I wanted to just have the freedom, you know, to be in the place by my own. Even that it was banned, I feel like I own that. So
Yep.
yeah, I live there. I really like it a lot.
Yeah, I was listening to something recently and it said like true freedom is kind of in between two places. You're either very poor and like homeless or living in a vehicle, but you have total freedom. Or on the other end, you're super wealthy where you have total freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want. And in the middle, where you're working like a 9-to-5 job, which maybe you don't like, and that's where freedom maybe doesn't exist because you're selling your time for money. So I thought that was an interesting perspective to be like, okay, these are the areas where you have true freedom, and in the middle, it's kind of like a slave.
Yeah.
Depending if the job that you have you don't like.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever want to like live in your Honda Element?
Yes, actually, I am planning to live in my Element just for like a month or two.
Okay.
I'm planning a big long trip for next year on May. So I'm going to be in one of those Honda Elements, like the biggest that was last year. I wanna be part of it again.
The Elements of the Dragon, or
yes, I actually wanna go to the Element of the Dragon and the BMW Element meetup.
Can you tell the viewers who aren't like fans of Honda Element what the Elements on the Dragon is?
Yes, it's just like I will say one of the biggest event meetups for Honda Element. So a lot of Honda Element owners travels from different parts of United States, and we just meet at this really nice place. I never been there. I just seen like your videos that you posted about it or pictures, but it's basically like just the biggest meetup of Honda Elements.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, there's such a cult following with this vehicle. You know, it's like I feel like it's the reincarnation of like the Volkswagen bus because it has a lot of that same like features where you can kind of customize it however you want, and a lot of those same like hippie-esque people really covet these vehicles. So it's really cool to see that resurgence. And similar to you, when I got my Honda Element, I had no idea there was such a community behind it. I just saw them and I was like, you know, that's a cool vehicle. And at that time, I was renting a room from some random person off of Craigslist, and I kind of wanted my own space, but living in California, that was pretty difficult at that time because I didn't make a lot of money. So I was like, okay, if I get a Honda Element, I can make it my home temporarily, and I can have my own space, you know? And after I did that, I was like, oh, this is pretty great. And I'm saving a bunch of money, and I can invest that money into different like assets. So, you know, what started off as just like let me do this for a little bit turned into like a 3-year long adventure and starting this YouTube channel and like sharing people's stories and stuff like that. So
That's pretty cool. Now that you're telling me all these, I kind of how can I say? Now that you are saying this, I feel like I'm pretty little bit similar to what you were looking for when I was living in my van like many years ago. Also, one of the decisions I took to live in my van was because I also wanted financial freedom,
right,
like
yeah.
you're saying, and also I do a lot of investing and stuff like that.
Yep.
So
I still gotta ship my Pokemon cards.
yes,
Right, because Miguel has a lot of football cards, soccer cards, and you send them off to like grading and stuff. So
yes,
I still have to send you my Pokemon cards
sounds good.
so I can
Looking forward for it.
we can grade those and invest those. You know.
Yeah. So now that you mentioned that too, like I don't only do mechanic work, but I also grade cars. I do brakes for mostly soccer,
Yeah.
but some other sports too. I have an eBay stores, and I'm gonna leave the link in the description.
Oh, there you go.
And also I do some investing in the stock market.
Miguel's a hustler, you guys. He's a hardworking guy. He's got a bunch of side hustles, all very successful. So yeah, man, I think that's like kind of the economy in 2022. It's like you've got your main job and you've got your side hustles, and that's how a lot of us make it out here.
That's true. We gotta do it, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons I started this podcast was to not only shine light of the people who live in their vehicles. Maybe you're living in your vehicle, driving down the road right now, or at the gym, just doing your workout or whatever. Thank you so much for listening, by the way. I wanted to shed light on people who like live in their element, right? Like maybe you're playing chess and you're just in the zone, or you're doing karate. But one of the things that's unique about you is that you're an avid backpacker, and you've done something called the Pacific Crest Trail. And I was wondering if maybe you can explain to those who don't know what that is and tell us a little bit about your adventures on the Pacific Crest Trail.
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I did the John Muir Trail.
John Muir Trail.
Yeah, it's the
Sorry.
John Muir Trail, and I love backpacking. I got into backpacking, I will say like 7 years ago, and since then it's a non-being stop like memories for me, just backpacking to so many places. And I decided to do the JMT on 2020, and I got in love with it. I did on 2021 too.
What is the John Muir Trail? Like, what is the distance? Where does it go?
I see. So the John Muir Trail is like around 315 to 340 miles hike. It really depends where you start. Depends of the permit that you get, and you can either start from the Yosemite Valley, and you finish in Whitney Portal, where Mount Whitney is.
Wow.
Yeah, or you can do the other way, but they have different points that you can start hiking depending of the permit. And like I say, I did that twice. I was pretty happy about it. I really wanted to do it this year again. Unfortunately, I had my gallbladder removed.
That's right.
And I have to cancel it. So I was going to do three times in 3 years. So, yep.
You're so humble. Yeah, I just hiked 300 miles. Like no big
Yeah.
deal, over big mountains. I've had this like little wild hair, and maybe you want to join me. But I want to do the 6-pack of peaks.
Cool. I
Yeah.
mean,
So the 6-pack of peaks is in California, and basically there's 6 big mountains here, and the 6-pack of peaks, you can do them over the course of a season or a year. But I kind of want to do it in like 3 weeks. Just go
nice.
two mountains every weekend for 3 weeks in a row. So if you guys think that'd be a fun adventure, leave a comment down below in this video, and then maybe me and Miguel will take on these mountains in this big challenge. But it's something, if you live in the Southern California area and you're a hiker, you're aware of it, and it's just like a challenge that you can do. And I think it'd be a fun
That
challenge.
would be a good challenge. And also
Yeah.
we can leave a challenge for the people watching. If they like this video at least 20 times, we will hike the 6 peaks in 3 weeks, right? You say? So 2 peaks per weekend.
Yeah.
Kind of like a promise for that.
Can we do 30 likes? I mean,
Okay, let's say 30 likes. Yeah, I was being too humble.
yeah. Let's do the 33,
Yeah.
because I'm 33 years old. If you get 33 likes,
good.
we will do this
All
challenge.
right, sounds good. I mean,
All right.
all right, brother.
That's
Sounds good.
handshake to
Sounds
these guys.
too.
I mean,
that sounds fun.
yeah, because like the mountains are so beautiful here, and I like this challenge because it's just like they're right there. They're only an hour away, and it's just you need some sort of motivation to do it. So I think the challenge is a good
I like
motivator.
it. I need a challenge right now, especially coming back from recovering.
Yeah.
I've been like a month and a half with no hike, and I'm like itching to travel to hike. But I know my health is important, so I'm taking it easy right now. You know.
Sure.
Yeah, but definitely I need to go somewhere soon.
Yeah. So the tour we did of your super sweet Honda Element is like one of my most viral videos on my channel. I think we have like 50,000 or 30,000 views or something crazy like that.
Wow.
So you've put in a ton of work in this Element, and we're in the swivel seats, which is cool how we're able to do this podcast. So if you guys want to see his setup, make sure you head over to my channel so you can watch the full tour, because he gives us all the details, and he's even done some cool new modifications which they can't see here. So I think we need to do like an update video at some point, you know?
That would be nice. Yeah, I did a lot of modifications since then. So
Yeah, you did.
part 2 is coming.
So if you don't mind me asking, because a lot of people out here maybe are inspiring like YouTube creators, you know, how much do you make throughout your businesses? Like, so how much do you make as a mechanic? How much do you make doing your YouTube channel, and any other sources of revenue? The reason why I think that's important to talk about, by the way, is because of what we mentioned earlier. Like, if you want that freedom, you're either very wealthy or you're very poor, right? And maybe you're someone who's in between. And I think just by sharing that information, we can help inspire other people, you know, who are on that adventure, you know?
Yes, sounds good. It's a really great question.
Yeah.
So I think personally, the first thing when it comes to how much you make in money, also I think is very important to have it in mind is how much time you can also make. So you have to have a balance of how much money you're gonna make and how much time you're gonna make. And those two things for me were very important. I feel like I changed my way of thinking with time. Like I was just mentioning it earlier in the video or in the podcast. I was living in my van because I wanted to save money in rent. I also was in a spot that I needed to live in my car. And since that happened, it totally changed my life. I got debt free many years ago. And then I had this thinking in my mind. It's like, okay, I need to save for my future. But also I don't want to be working 10, 12 hours a day every day and just be stuck at work. So it was also hard for me because I remember watching videos about people traveling. They can work by the computer and they can still travel. Right. So I was like, how can I do this? Because I'm a mechanic. I need tools. I need a place to storage my tools, my work van. How can I make an income while I'm traveling?
Sure.
So that was very tough for me. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fix cars by my side, and that's my first source of income. I will say that's my like 70-80% of my income, just fixing cars. And then I got into grading cars, you know, like doing brakes, investing in the stock market, which I really like investing in the stock market. Thanks God, I'm very successful in that, and that's my other source of income. So I have three different sources of income.
Sure.
And then I will say, like I say, 70% of the money I make in mechanic is what I can pay all my stuff, and then the rest I just invest it, save it. Sometimes I buy and sell cars too. I've been buying and selling elements too.
Yeah.
So I don't know like if it's too specific with your question, because I know you're asking for like money wise, but let's say for mechanic is no like this amount. It can either go up and down.
Right.
But what I usually do is, for example, you can see me working 6 days a week. 3 weeks in a row, and then like the last 1 week or a week and a half, I just disappear. I just travel somewhere.
Right.
So I create this business that people knows me, that I already travel a lot. So when I'm out, they weigh me, or they just go maybe somewhere else, but most people weigh me, and then I still can make the same amount of money. If I've been here for the whole month, I can do it in 3 weeks or
Sure.
less. It's because like when I come back from traveling, I have already work aligned, people waiting me, so I can produce more with this pressure, because it's not really pressure, but than being all the time open 6-7 days a week in a month.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I create this system, and to be real with you, I don't have like an exact number for fixing cars,
Sure.
because like I say, it goes up and down. But like I was working in CarMax before, and 40 hours a week, or doing overtime. I can make way more money than that, and also I have more free time
Yeah.
to enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want a specific number, or
No.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever you're,
Yeah.
But I think what's important here is that you have a skill,
Yes.
right? And you're leveraging this skill to create this business, right? And it's also tied into your interests, So I think that's another. But I think what you said that was most important was that you're able to have the time, right? He manages his own schedule, so he can manage when he travels, and he has work when he comes back. So maybe you're not like, maybe you're out there and you're not like a millionaire, but if you're able to create your own schedule, you can still have these adventures that get you in your element. So I think that was a really wise thing you said, is that you're able to curate your time. Speaking of small businesses, if you want to support this podcast, we have the In My Element sticker. I've got these in orange, we have them in blue, and we also have them in Galapagos green. So if you want to support this podcast, please check out the stickers. I'll leave them down below. You don't have to own a Honda Element. If you're someone who just loves to live in your element, check out the stickers. And that's my shameless plug for today's video.
Sounds good.
Another way to support this channel is just to simply subscribe and click the notification bell so that you could get informed whenever I release new videos. Is there anything you have questions for me?
Yeah. I just wanted to mention really quick
Yeah,
about the
please.
YouTube channel.
Yes.
So the YouTube, I'm making right now average of $350, but more of like about the money is not really that. Is I'm getting a lot of work from element owners. I'm fixing 4 to 6 elements a month. That's even more important, I think, than the channel itself. Not saying that the channel is not important, but
Right.
it's like when it comes to income, I get like secure jobs, and it make it easier for me because I kind of an expert in elements. Like
Yeah.
I've been working a lot. So, question for you.
Sorry. Now I have.
Okay.
Now I have.
Oh
some,
yeah, you
now
have
I
to
have.
say yes.
No. Now I have something to add. It's that if you're someone out there who's like potentially being a creator, like a content creator, that's one thing I've also learned, is that YouTube or like the platforms themselves really don't pay your bills, right? You create an audience, and then your audience helps fund your true lifestyle. So like the stickers that we sell, or like if we sell merchandise as far as like something for the element, like these like little stickers or whatever. But the first part is like building the audience, providing value for the audience, and then from there you can find other streams of revenue. So I just wanted to put that out there for anybody who is potentially thinking about like becoming a content creator of sorts, to fund their lifestyle. So anyway, sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what you say is really true.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't even make what you spend. I mean, when it comes to gas, expensive, the time.
Right.
But I will say, just if you like it, you enjoy it, you love it, just do it. Everything else is gonna come. But always look for improvement, because also you don't want to do something that is not gonna be a success, right?
Right.
I mean, you have to do it with love, with like spending time and all this, but you also have to think like, I can reach this goal. You have to have a goal, and it will come with time.
Yeah, I think like 1% better every time you make a video, and it's just exponential growth. You're 1% better the next time, the next time, the
Yes.
next time, the next time. And then before you know it, you're making good videos, even if you start from the bottom.
I have a question for you,
Yes,
Steven.
please.
Because I remember that, well, when I meet your channel first, and before we meet in person,
Sure.
I remember you had like 500 subscribers, 1,000. I can see you were going up in subscribers slowly.
Sure.
But then suddenly, I will say like last year, then your numbers just keep increasing. Like subscribers maybe you got like 2,000-3,000 subscribers like in a few months, like 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
I noticed that. How do you do that?
You know, honestly, I think it's our collaboration. Because like, I think that was around the time when we started to create videos together. And I think your audience came to my channel and my audience went to your channel. And that's when I really started to like collaborate with people. And I really think that's it. You know?
That's a pretty good tip for people watching who wants to do a channel, right?
Yeah, whatever your
Nice.
niche is, you know, if you find people in your same, because we were like at the same level as far as like subscriber count goes.
Yes.
We were like right around the same time. So when you find someone who's in that area, in the same niche, and we just happen to live like right next to each other.
Yeah.
So that's super.
Basically, right now you are 5 minutes away
Yeah.
from me, right?
Yeah, so that's super convenient and lucky in a lot of ways. So I really think that's when the subscribers count went up.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
And
and
also producing more videos because I remember you were posting a video a month or something, but
Yeah.
now I see you're pretty active, with the channel.
Yeah, I've been trying to do like 2 videos a month. I might dial it back because I've noticed some of the videos aren't to like the highest quality that I want them to be. So I think I might spend more time creating and thinking of like really fun ideas, and I have some really fun ideas that I'm needing to plan out before I can fully execute. But I think that's probably the best path forward at this point, is just like really high quality content, really high quality videos, and stuff like this too, where it's just like a way for people to engage outside of just the YouTube channel. We're working on some things behind the scenes. We can't talk about them yet.
Sounds good.
But we have some really fun things coming. So, right on, man. I think this was great, dude.
I like it. Yeah, thank you so much for the invitation. I mean,
course.
You came with this idea, and when
Yeah.
you mentioned it to me, I'm like,
Yeah. Just like when we mentioned the 6-pack of Peaks, he's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. That's the
Yeah.
kind of guy you are, man, and I really respect
Thank
it
you.
and I appreciate it. So, thank you
I
so
appreciate
much,
that, brother.
dude. Of
Yeah,
course.
thank you.
So, anyways, check his channel out. I'll leave the links down below in the description. It's Element Lifestyle. And if you have a Honda Element and you're in the Southern California area and you want Miguel to work on your vehicle, you don't mind if I pimp you out?
Oh, I'm so glad you do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a Honda Element expert, or if you just need a reliable, good person to be a mechanic, please hit him up. And thank you guys so much for watching, and please subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.
All right.